Welcome parents to the Back to School Night informational video about English class. Today we'll be focusing on the content, the assessment of part 2 and 3 of the class.
Hey dude, what are you doing?
Hey, I was just taking a look at the English HL syllabus for this year.
Huh? What does it talk about?
It just outlines what we're gonna do, what we're gonna look, the only 2 parts left to study in the IB.
What are we gonna look exactly?
Do you want to know more about it?
Sure!
I'll talk about part 2 then. So part 2 is language mass communication, is the unit we're currently in right now. And basically, some of the learning outcomes IB expects us to have is examine different forms of communications within the media. So a variety of texts such as opinions, mobile data, advertising, news coverage, blogs, a really large range of these texts.
So the first assessment is the FOA, also known as Further Oral Activity, and it is a 10 to 15 minute interactive presentation where you analyze one text, compare 2 texts, or create a text-driven experience aligned with at least one of the topics and learning outcomes for part 2.
The second assessment of the second part of the course are the written tasks. There are written tasks 1 and 2. Written task 1 consists of an 800 to 1,000 word text created by the student in the creative manner. And the written task 2 consists of a formal essay analyzing the piece of literature.
The last assessment is a paper 1 practice. You do one every semester, and it is a comparative analysis of unseen texts.
Hey parents, so this year in English class we will be learning about part 3, which is text and context, in which we will be reading George Orwell, 1984, Margin Satrapi, Persepolis, and Arthur Miller, The Crucible.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm also going to be talking about the text and context in part 3. And these are the learning objectives. So the changing context will be how these different books are written in different times. So because of that, they have different elements to them and how that affects the literary features in them. The formal elements are things like format or type of language use, formality in the text, and how that changes the meaning of the text itself and of the book, as well as the attitudes and values that impact the readers. So the author writes and he has his own opinions in that book and how that affects the readers.
Written task 2 is an analytical essay that explores one text and addresses learning outcomes from part 2. The essay responds to 6 prescribed questions.
So for the written task 1, we have to model the conventions of one of the text types we've studied and create our own text of about 800 to 1,000 words that explores a topic and demonstrates our learning for part 2.
The paper 2 is a comparative essay between 2 out of the 3 books that we read, including Persepolis, 1984, and The Crucible.
Thank you parents for watching our video. I hope you have understood what we'll be learning this year. And speaking for every student, we will try our best to get good grades and get into college.